more or less?
Yeah. So we getting in some pretty good practice over the last 2 weeks. We had a very intense camp. The guys are ticking all the boxes that we definitely satisfied with it. So hopefully we can have some good performance to start the series and then continue.
You England lost here last year and in the tests last year. So I guess a lot of England fans kind of expect to win here, but normally they don't. You'll want to keep that going.
That's a tricky one there, but we're trying to defend home turf. That's what we have to do here. Every time we play England, we know it's a very big series. It has a lot of history in a series like this. So yeah, like I said before, we have to make sure that we're doing all the prep the last 2 weeks. Just make sure that prep comes into good use come tomorrow.
Maybe West Indies are at a bit of a low ebb at the moment, didn't qualify for the World Cup this year and struggled with the last two T20 World Cups. And there's some rebuilding going on of the team. I guess firstly, what's the atmosphere like in the group? Is it feeling kind of optimistic? And
yeah, it's a very positive vibe in the camp, I must say. I feel a different buzz, a very positive buzz around, and like I said, once we're doing the hard work off the field, things will happen on. I think that we have to let go of the past. It's history for a reason. We got to make sure we're creating our own history. So we have a lot of things to focus on going forward. But right now, it's just what's in front of us, and that's the series. We know that England is a very strong side, and we've got all the right necessary players to do the job for us. So we're looking forward to this series.
We just had an ODI World Cup, and now the focus is switching to the T20 World Cup, which is here in June. It's kind of odd to be playing 3 ODIs as well. And how do you? What do you think about having to play these 3 games?
Still got some time. We have to look at the 2027 World Cup. Obviously, this is the format that we're focusing on. But yeah, another big tournament for us here in the Caribbean. But like I said before, we have to focus on what's in front of us, and currently that is this ODI series. And then we could deal with that next year.
Right. So the ODI series is like a thing in itself, and you're thinking about ODIs rather than being part of your preparation for the T20s?
A bit of both. I think everything has a slight overlap, especially in the white ball format. You know that some parts of the game translate into the others. So, but like I said, here is about focusing on the ODIs. So we're trying to build the team, find our true brand, and focus on things that we're speaking about through all the meetings over the last few months, and then see it come into fruition. Because I think that we're working really hard. So it's just about getting some performances in and getting some wins in our belt.
And did you watch any of the World Cup? Were you surprised by what happened to England there?
I would say surprised because it's cricket. Anyone can win, anyone can lose, and I think the better team on the day would win the game. So if you don't play your best cricket, then you expect to be on the losing end. Just how cricket goes sometimes. It's not about the team on paper. It's about how you go out there and execute your plan.
Shay, on a personal note, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but you're basically on the cusp of a record. Very few keepers have made 5,000 ODI runs in the history of ODI cricket, and you're there. You're touching distance. I mean, does that mean anything to you? Are you inspired to first get those runs and then go on and get another 100 and win another match?
Like you said, I have no idea sometimes. I think I did something with Dario the other day saying 5,000 runs, and I was kind of shocked. I didn't realize I was so close. But yes, anytime I do things for West Indies, I think that makes me more proud than anything, not particular stats or trying to tick a stats box.
You're a legend. over 10 centuries, 5,000 runs, that's legendary stuff. So, blow your own trumpet, that's phenomenal.
Well, again, I just trying to win games, but for me, you have to look back and give thanks to these things. As a younger cricketer, when you're watching legends of the game, I think you're definitely going to see this particular tournament series here. We want to aspire to be like them, and then obviously doing things that they've been doing over the years and being called in some conversations that they would have. So it means a lot, like I said, but I want to make these performances with some wins.
And what's the key to it? I mean, like keeping wicket and then opening and then keeping wicket. How do you mentally prepare and execute? Because again, 5,000 runs while keeping wicket cannot be easy. And so you've joined legendary status, over there. Richards, Haynes, Greenwich, Gale. I mean, how do you prepare for that?
I think it starts with mindset. For me, my aim is to go into what the team requires, and that drives me to get the job done. So if I need to score 100 off 25 balls, I'm going to try to do that. If I need to bat for 10 hours for the team, that's what drives me. So I think just having that mindset to go in and do what the team requires gives me that boost.
Not for 10 hours. Is there a one for me? New vice captain Azari. New the senior for his entire career so far, and then in the recent CG United Super 50. So you know what is it about him that you like in terms of leadership and overall cricket? He's now got 100 over there with
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was always a leader. He was one in the dressing room to stamp his authority, and it's great to see he's leading in the bowling department. He's done really well for his franchise in domestic cricket, so it's nice to see that the guys are growing as leaders, because they want everyone to be thinking as a leader. Because when you're out there facing particular ball in some situations, you have to think as a leader. What does the team require at this present moment? And he's been doing that over the years, and I'm glad to see he's in this role now, and I'm sure he's going to continue to support me the way he's done for many, many years.
Is there anything about England that brings out the best in the West Indies? As Sam was mentioning earlier, you sort of have a good record against them, and obviously won a few tests in England as well.
Yeah, I think the history just speaks for itself. Whenever we have an English series, whether it's home or away, we just have a different buzz. I'm not sure if it's something personal or what, but we just play our better cricket against England.
Yeah. And you mentioned about the positive vibe
Yeah.
in the camp. Is it one of the best you've ever sort of experienced? And do you just put it down to like sort of fresh blood in the camp?
I wouldn't say it's the best, but every camp has its different positives and advantages. But I think the way how we are preparing now, everyone is coming a lot closer together. We can see we're doing things as a family more so than anything. It's not just about cricket. We're moving together as one, and it's nice to see that the guys are taking to the plans that we have, and hopefully we can get these wins that we're really looking for, give the West Indian fans something to cheer about.
And just lastly, it sort of like came to light during the World Cup that the top 8 guys were getting the Champions Trophy. It sort of created a bit of a buzz, and I don't think England knew about it really. And I was just wondering whether you guys knew that was the case, or whether it was a surprise to you when that broke mid-tournament that you wouldn't be at the Champions Trophy and there was nothing you could do about it. Really.
As you said, there's nothing we can do about it. We can only control what we can control, and that's right now. We have to look ahead. We've got the 2027 World Cup around the corner, so we've got to make sure we make it there.
Just quickly, there was an earthquake last night. Did you wake up?
I didn't wake up, but I felt something. Yeah, I felt
In
something.
your sleep.
Yeah.
In your sleep.
I realized, because when you guys were speaking about it, then I realized, okay, it was an earthquake.
It's just like normal.
It's nature. You can't control that. It's not like a hurricane where you get some warning, but an earthquake, you just gotta hope it's not too serious. Yeah.
And I guess West Indies team has had, big characters, kind of people who've become legends, greats of the white ball game, particularly over the last 20 years, and it's maybe now coming to a stage where it's a new dawn, a new start. And that might be good for a team to not have those kind of mega stars in it. Is that how you feel at all?
Well, I think we always have them. As I said, they created history for us, something that a benchmark that we can try to surpass one day. So it's great to have them and have something to look at. Like you said, it's great to have some new blood, some fresh blood around, so we can create our own history. That's how we got to look at it going forward. Create our own legacy and make sure the West Indies fans have something to cheer about.
Awesome, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much for your time.
Good luck.
Cheers.
So I'll work on